What if I told you that a single idea is the master key to everything you'll ever accomplish? I want to discuss what separates those who make it from those who just drift through life. The absolute first law of achievement is to possess a crystal clear destination. If you don't know where you're headed, you'll just wander aimlessly and never arrive anywhere meaningful. I came from a small European village after the war. I got incredibly lucky because I discovered my aim early, and honestly, I never truly fit in there. I knew I wasn't destined for the local trades or a simple, predictable life. That was my family's dream for me, not my own. I was convinced I was meant for something significant, something extraordinary. Then, one afternoon in school, they played a film about the United States. It displayed these massive towers, incredible bridges, and sprawling highways. It was electrifying. I knew right then, that's my place. I don't belong here with these small structures. I need to be over there. Later, I passed a shop and went inside. On a rack, I spotted a fitness magazine. The cover featured a legendary champion, a man who had also become a movie star. I read his story and it clicked. This is my roadmap. I will become a champion in this sport, just like him. I will get into films and build a life of wealth and recognition. Can you imagine the power of knowing your exact direction? A clear destination makes the hardest work feel easy. Most people are lost, but I had my map. The only thing left was to figure out the journey. I felt an immense relief. When you have a target, every action has purpose. People in the training gym would ask me, "How can you train for 5-6 hours daily and still look so happy?" My answer was always the same. I'm chasing a championship. Every single lift, every repetition brings me nearer to making that vision real. I was eager for the next massive squat, the next heavy bench press. I was excited for the next set of crunches. That goal made it all engaging. By age 20, I traveled to London and won the top title as the youngest ever. It happened because I never lost sight of the target. Let me be clear, seeing your goal and pursuing it aggressively is what makes the process enjoyable. You must have a mission. Over 70% of people are unhappy in their job. It's similar everywhere. Why? They never chose a mission, they're just floating. They take a role because it's available, and then it feels like a duty, not a passion. Think about that. Only a small fraction genuinely love their work. I felt incredibly fortunate to know my path. It's like a law student who knows they want to be a Supreme Court justice. They have a direction. This applied to my political life as well. I had a precise objective to lead one of the most powerful states in the US. Since I couldn't be president, this was the ultimate political achievement for me. People suggested I start with a smaller office, saying I'd never make it. I ignored them and ran for the top job, and I won. Again, because I had a detailed vision for what I would do. So, that's the first rule. Define your destination with absolute clarity. The second rule is just as critical: never pay attention to the doubters. In every single endeavor I undertook, the first thing I heard was, "It's impossible. It can't be done. No." And each time, I showed them it was achievable. When they said no, I internally heard "where's." When they said impossible, I heard "very possible." Every great feat was impossible until the day it was done. I decided I would be the person to do it. I tuned out the negativity. It's about relentless effort. In physical training, I committed 5 or 6 hours a day. I applied that same discipline to acting. I took courses, worked on my speech, studied performance. I grinded all day, every day. My first major film was a complete failure, but it didn't shake my vision. I kept going. I landed roles in television, then other movies, and then I was chosen for a major fantasy epic. After we finished, the director told the media, if we didn't have him, we would have had to construct one. Think about that. The very physique everyone said was wrong for the era became the most vital asset for the role. The same thing happened with my next iconic film. The director said my unique way of speaking was the key to making the character believable. Suddenly, my distinctive trait was a huge advantage. I didn't listen to the critics. I didn't hear them. The reality is, you cannot afford to listen to the pessimists. This is a vital lesson. When someone tells you, "That's a ridiculous idea," you don't have to be rude, but in your mind, you must think, what do you really know? If this resonated with you, hit the like button and make sure to follow Winds of Thought for more insights. Keep climbing.